Hey everyone, SuperAndrew64 here. Thank you for joining me for another video. In front of me I have the Elitist S from BIGBIG WON. I want to thank BIGBIG WON for sending me this to review. So I'm going to go over the features with it for you, what I'd like and don't like, do some gameplay, and then I'll tell you my final thoughts on it. Let's get right into the review. So here's a quick overview of the box. So we have the picture of the controller, the Elitist S right there. Then it tells you the features on there. It has gyroscope, customizable back button, and next speed wireless technology. Not sure what that means, but I'm sure it's good. So on the back end, just showing you the controller and the different features on the bottom. And let's look at the controller itself now. So here's the controller. Obviously it kind of looks like a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. I'm just giving the Switch Pro controller right here for comparison. So you see they look very similar. The Elitist S is roughly the same size. Put it over, so it just covers it. If I put the Switch controller over, just covers it as well. So the face buttons here, A, B, X, Y, to control 6 D-pad. On the top rear, you have the USB port for charging, and if you want to use it wired, the ZL, ZR buttons here as well. Then there you have the controller indicator. Then on the back, you have the 2 back buttons there. So now I'm going to go over what I like and dislike about this controller. Then I'm going to do some gameplay, and then I'm going to tell you if it's worth picking up or not. The first thing I like about this controller, it's very well made. It has a nice rubberized finish, and these materials feel very, very premium. You don't see that often from third-party controllers, but I can confidently say this is going to last me a long time. Another great feature of this controller, it has multiple functionality. So as it says on the box right here, it works with Switch, Windows, and Android. So if you do a lot of PC gaming and you do some Switch gaming as well, this is interchangeable, so you don't have to worry about getting separate controllers for each of your devices. A big feature that this has over the Nintendo Switch Pro controller is on the back right here. These 2 programmable back buttons can be programmed to a single button or a macro. I'm going to show it working to you in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate right now. So here's the example of macros. So all you do is you press FN here, and then the button you want to map. So in this case, I'm mapping the left one here. So I'm going to show you, it's going to work with A. So A is jab. Then you press the paddle again to get out of recording mode. So you see I press it there, orange light's gone, push on the paddle. So see Bowser does his jab. If you want to clear the macro, all you do is press FN and the back button you want to clear, and then press that same back button again and the macro will be gone. And see, it doesn't work anymore. You can also use macros with it. So I actually have A and B set to smash attack, so if I push them at the same time, Bowser should do his forward smash. So you see there, you can actually map the back buttons to press 2 buttons at the same time. So all you just do is FN and then the button again. So the back pedal, so it rumbles once, and then I'm gonna push A and B at the same time. So there, push the paddle, so the orange light's gone. So if I push the paddle down, so you see he'll do a smash attack. See? Push it down again. Boom, Min-Min's dead. So next is the recording multiple buttons feature. So I'm gonna push a bunch of buttons, and then I'm gonna map it to the left paddle, and you'll see Bowser doing a whole bunch of things. So let's start it up again. So FN and the back button again, so it rumbles. So I'm gonna go A like this, jump, grab, special, jump, grab, just mashing a whole bunch of buttons. Now if I press the left paddle, Bowser's gonna do a bunch of moves. So you see? I'm not even doing anything. Jumps there. Yep. And then I'll show you, I don't have any other controllers connected either, so it's literally just this one here. There's no other controllers. So yeah, that's a pretty neat feature you can use. Maybe use it in Smash training mode. Also, one thing to note with macros and mapping, it only works for the buttons. The control sticks will not work, so please keep that in mind when doing your macros and recording button sequences. They also include a 2.4 gigahertz dongle, so if you want to use this on your PC and don't want to go over the Bluetooth setup, or you don't want to use it wired, you can just plug in the dongle and it's going to work flawlessly. Another great feature of this is a long-lasting battery life. The box says it can last up to 30 hours, and I have gotten around there before I need to charge it. So that's always great when there's a built-in battery and it lasts a long time. So this also supports motion controls and rumble. So I'm going to show you the motion controls working in Smash Ultimate again. So here are the motion controls in action. I'm going to go to a Smash replay and then move the camera around using motion controls. Okay, so here we go, the replay's playing. So you just push down on the right stick and then you can move the camera around freely. So you see I can look around here, go to the left, goes to the left, go to the right, there's down, up. Yep, so see, Mythos kicking Ganondorf's ass right now. Yeah, so the motion controls are fully functional on this, so any game that uses motion controls will work with this controller. Okay, so as I'm editing this, I forgot to mention one thing about the advantages. So let me just go down here to my Switch. So you see the controller connected to the Switch there, everything works. So let me just put into sleep mode. So sleep mode now, this controller can actually wake up the Switch. So if you see right here, hold the home button. See, wakes it up. So that's another feature that a lot of third-party controllers do not have. And then the last thing I love about this controller, the vibration intensity can be adjusted. The way you do that is you press the FN key right here, which is this little dot there, and you press your left or right on the D-pad to modify the intensity. There are 3 levels: high, medium, and low. Now there are a few things I don't like on this controller. First thing being, when you're not using this dongle, there's no place to store it on the controller. So if you want to not use a dongle for a bit and you want to put it away, you're going to have to keep it in a safe spot so you don't lose it, because there's no spot on the controller to store it. As you can see right there, it uses micro USB. Now micro USB is being phased out, I feel, in technology, and I just felt that using USB-C would have been more appropriate, but this may have been a cost-cutting measure because this controller itself is about $60, and putting USB-C may be a little bit more expensive, but I would have liked to see that, because now you have to keep that extra micro USB cable around. They do provide one, and it's pretty long, so make sure you hang on to that. And the last thing I kind of don't like about this controller is that when you connect it to Bluetooth on your PC, it recognizes it as a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. I'm going to show you on Steam with big picture mode, and you'll see what I mean. So as you can see in detected controllers, it's recognized as a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. So if I pulled B, it's going to go B there, and if I press A, it's going to be like in the Nintendo Switch configuration. So the way to fix this is you go to settings, then go to controller settings, and then you uncheck use Nintendo button layout. So now everything is reversed, but there are little indicators there. You can't really see it on the camera, but it does have the PC button layout. Now this is A and that's B. So if I hold this button, I'm going to go back. If I press this button here, it's going to select things. So I do find it slightly annoying that it does default to the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, but this can be fixed in Steam, so it's really not that big of a deal. So now I'm going to go into a little bit of gameplay on the Nintendo Switch and my PC, then I'll let you know my final thoughts on this controller. Now let's show some gameplay. I'm going to be playing some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm going to do one quick play match, and then I'll transfer over to my PC. Alright, here we go. Let's see who we're facing. A Mii Sword Fighter, okay. Oh god, that is a curse Mii. Well, let's see if we can get the dub. I missed a giant punch. Oh, he got me first. Well, I didn't get the dub. I SD'd twice, so now I'll show it to you working on my PC. Alright, so now I'm playing some Rocket League on my PC. I'm actually using the dongle and not the Bluetooth, just to show you the dongle in working order. So it is recognized as an Xbox 360 controller, so it's these buttons are what they should be on a PC. So this is A, B, X, and Y. So we're gonna play a little Rocket League. I'll do some casual, do some doubles. Got my Jurassic Park Jeep ready to go. All right, here we go. Oh. So yeah, this feels great. Great to have a wireless option when playing a PC game as well. Don't always want to be confined by the wires. And if you have trouble connecting with Bluetooth, like I do sometimes when connecting my controller, you can just use the dongle if you have a free USB port available. This also works wired as well, so there's always that option too. So if you guys guessed it, I love this controller. This is a great alternative to the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, and its quality. This is probably the best third-party controller I have ever used, like, period. This controller is well worth the money. It's about $30 less than the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. It's about 60 Canadian dollars. I will leave links in the description for Canada, USA, and Mexico. So if you guys like what you saw, if you like my style of reviews, please consider hitting the like button and consider subscribing as well. I like to do a lot of streams on here and product review videos, and I'll mix it up a little bit and do something a little different every once in a while. This is Super Andrew 64 signing off. Have yourselves a one-up day, and I will see you guys in the next video. And if you can, pick up this controller. It is amazing. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you next time.